Close air support jets are highly specialized aircraft designed to provide frontline assault operations and assist ground forces. As a result, these planes require significant armor and a formidable array of weapons. Because of their specific role, there are only 2 aircraft in the world that were purpose-built for this task. The Sukhoi Su-25 Frogfoot, which has been updated and is currently in use by the Ukrainian Army, and the U.S. Army's A-10 Warthog. These aircraft are often referred to as flying tanks and are competing for the air support mission for ground combat units. They are emblematic of the 2 most powerful military forces in the world. They both possess advanced armor, low-altitude attack, and bombing capabilities that aid infantry in attacking enemy ground forces. So, between the 2, which is better? The A-10 Thunderbolt II aircraft was developed by the U.S. military as a response to the lessons learned from the Vietnam War. In 1972, the military realized the need for a specialized aircraft for ground attack missions, as the existing options, including the F-4 Phantom, F-111, and A-1 Skyraider, were not sufficient for the job. The A-10 Thunderbolt II was designed to address the shortcomings of these planes and fill the gap in the U.S. Air Force's air-to-ground combat capabilities. The primary function of the A-10 is to breach enemy air defenses, eliminate armored targets, and return to base. This objective is reflected in the aircraft's heavily armored plating, unique engine placement located in a way that shields them from ground fire with the horizontal stabilizer, and the enormous cannon that the plane is specifically constructed around. While for the Su-25, the production by the Russians began in 1978, following a similar development path as the A-10. The Soviet Air Force identified the necessity for a low-altitude, highly survivable aircraft to complement its attack aircraft fleet. Prior to the Su-25, aircraft such as the Su-17, Su-22, MiG-23BN, and MiG-27 only had a single engine and lacked armor. Their combat experience in Afghanistan indicated that they were highly vulnerable to ground fire. Thus, an aircraft equipped with armor protection and 2 engines was required to enhance survivability. The Su-25, while also classified as an air support attack aircraft, is more of a multi-purpose attacker. It relies on a combination of higher cruising speeds, ground cover, and maneuverability to evade enemy fire and emerge unscathed. Design and payload. The Su-25 and A-10 differ in their design, with the Su-25 being smaller and lighter, weighing in at 19.3 tons for takeoff compared to the A-10's 22.7 tons. Although the Su-25 is a smaller aircraft, it is believed to have better protection for the cockpit. It carries a significant amount of titanium armor on board, up to 1.2 tons, with armor thickness ranging from 10 to 25 millimeter. In contrast, the A-10's cockpit is safeguarded by a nearly 4 centimeters thick titanium armor, weighing over 0.5 tons. However, the Su-25 carries a smaller payload, 4.4 tons, compared to the A-10's 7.99 tons due to its smaller size and weight. Additionally, the Su-25 is faster and more maneuverable, making it a harder target to hit. In summary, the Su-25 is designed with a lighter armor than the A-10, but this is because its designers prioritized agility and evasion rather than heavy durability. Armament and power. The Su-25 and A-10 are both heavily armed aircraft that are feared by ground forces. Both planes have similar options, but the A-10 has the advantage of carrying twice the payload of the Su-25. However, when considering the number of hardpoints and equipment on board, the difference is much less significant. The A-10's primary weapon is the 30mm GAU-8 howitzer, which holds 1,174 rounds of ammunition and can fire up to 4,000 revolutions per minute. Its uranium-poor, armor-piercing ammunition allows it to destroy tanks and armor with high efficiency. the A-10 has 11 weapon hardpoints with a total tonnage of 7.2 tons, giving it a significant advantage over the Su-25. It can carry a variety of weapons, including conventional bombs, cluster bombs, AGM-65 Maverick air-to-ground missiles, and AIM-9 sidewinders mounted on LAU-105 launchers on the outer pylons. The Su-25, on the other hand, the Su-25's GSH-32 gun is 3 times lighter, has a firing rate of 3,000 revolutions per minute, which is more than sufficient, and has no limit on burst lengths. It has a 30mm double-barreled cannon and 11 hardpoints with a total payload of around 4 tons. Its main ground attack weapons include rockets, bombs, and surface-to-air missiles, such as the KH-23, KH-25, and KH-29. The Su-25SM can also be equipped with R-73 air-to-air missiles. Engine and performance. The main distinction between the two planes is their engines. The A-10 boasts 2 TF-34 engines, which are stronger than the Su-25's R-95 engine. However, the A-10's engine is more exposed and vulnerable to ground fire, while the Su-25's engine is located within the fuselage and features a protective layer of titanium armor. In addition, the Su-25's engine is multi-fuel, whereas the A-10's engine can only run on jet fuel. Compared to the A-10, which has a maximum speed of 437 miles per hour, the Su-25 has a higher top speed of 590 miles per hour, but with shorter operational range of just 307.5 miles, half that of the A-10's 640 miles. To extend its range, extra fuel can be carried externally, but this will reduce the available payload. Beside this, the Su-25 requires only 656 yards of takeoff distance, which is half of the A-10's 1,312 yards, and it can take off from unpaved runways. Additionally, unlike the A-10, the Su-25 is capable of operating from an aircraft carrier. Survivability. In terms of survivability, the A-10 is slightly more capable of surviving serious damage than the Su-25. This is because its engines are shielded from ground fire by the horizontal stabilizer, and the aircraft can fly at higher altitudes. According to some reports, the number of deployment losses for these aircraft is comparable when considering their deployment in Afghanistan and Syria. In Afghanistan, the Mujahideen reportedly shot down around 22 Russian Su-25 during an 8-year deployment period, while no A-10 were reportedly shot down by Al-Qaeda during an 18-year deployment period in the region. In Syria, one Russian Su-25 was reportedly shot down by the ISIL group using a man-pad system during a 3-plus-year deployment period, while no A-10 were reportedly shot down by ISIL during a 4-plus-year deployment period in the region. Given these facts, it cannot be concluded that the A-10 is more suitable for the conditions of the war in Ukraine, as there have been no dogfights, and the current missions of the Su-25 involve low-altitude flight with a high risk of being shot down with man-pads. In conclusion, the A-10 has the benefit of a highly potent automatic cannon, self-guided missiles, and missile evasion capabilities. On the other hand, the Su-25 is adept at precise bombing with laser-guided missiles. The Su-25 has superior speed and maneuverability, while the A-10 stands out in its payload capacity. The Su-25 has been a prominent symbol of Russian air power, having been utilized in all conflicts involving the Soviet Union and Russia since its introduction. Similarly, the A-10 Thunderbolt II has consistently been utilized by the U.S. military in all conflicts in which the U.S. has participated, and is known for its effectiveness against infantry and enemy tanks. So which aircraft do you think is better? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. That's all for today.